Hi, this is Chris Bosch, and you're listening to Animal House Radio with Aaron and Dr. Mike.
February 27th. It is 8:03. How's it going? Welcome to Animal House Radio, brought to you by Kills Pet Nutrition, the makers of Science Diet and Prescription Diet Pet Food. Join, as always, with the host who has the most, Dr. Mike.
How are you, sir?
I am doing well, thank you. Thank you, sir. Big shout-out once again to our good friends at Domino's Pizza for feeding us tonight at the Marley location in Toronto. That's 358 Marley. For the best pizza, for the best version of Domino's Pizza. 416-785-5400. 5400. 416-785-5400. Call Domino's Pizza. Order something. Tell them Animal House Radio sent you. Great place to buy your food and to get your pizza. We love it. Domino's Pizza, so good. You like that pizza, Mike?
It's good. It's very good.
Awesome. We have a great show for you tonight. 416-785-0680. Call the show in about 10 seconds, and our good friend will be off the phone in 10 seconds right now. I don't know. He's doing something on the phone right there. 416-785-0680. Bob Barker is going to be with us momentarily. Bob Barker, the former host of The Price is Right, is going to be on the program to talk to us about a statement that he released last week and has been picking up steam all over the internet and all over press in Canada. Bob Barker came out, and I'm just going to read you a couple of quotes here from the Canadian press. TV show game legend Bob Barker took aim at the city of Edmonton Monday, accusing it of, I quote, torturing Lucy the elephant by keeping her sick and isolated at its Valley Zoo. The isolation is sheer torture for this elephant. Lucy is being tortured, Mr. Barker said in an interview from Hollywood, California. I love how they have to make sure it's Hollywood, California, those people in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So we've got people listening in Edmonton. They're going to be calling the show. And we actually tried to get in touch with the city of Edmonton. I spoke back and forth with the city of Edmonton to no avail. No avail. What happened was they said they were going to come on, and they said they weren't going to come on, and they said they were going to come on, and what happened was they ended up giving us a written statement, which is, we're going to talk to Bob about that on the air. Anyways, more about this. He said that the Valley Zoo medical reports on Lucy dating back to 1980 are just horrible. The elephant named Lucy is 96 years of age, and is for the past 30 years has been in the Edmonton Zoo, which is owned by the city of Edmonton, I have to tell you. And Bob Barker says, does this sound like a happy elephant? He received info from the animal rights group Zoo Check, and they described the score infected pus oozing feet, arthritis, other problems.
Very good, actually. Good comeback there.
Thank you. I can say arthritis.
Very good.
I like that. So, other things. Elephants.
First of all, where did you read that this animal's 96 years of age?
Oh, it's in the article.
Is it?
Yeah, if you go to the second page, it's in the article.
Okay.
Yeah, 96 years old.
Wow.
It's an old elephant.
I'd say. I thought the longest they lived in captivity was 33, but anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
This must be an exception then. I thought it was 96 years.
No, this 32-year-old middle-aged elephant.
What are you talking about?
She's 32.
Okay, so anyway. 96, 92, same thing.
32. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the elephant's 32. There's no such thing as a 96-year-old elephant, but that's okay. Yeah.
I thought he was 37.
Okay. You said 96.
Yeah, 96.
Okay.
I don't know. We're trying to get that phone line open. What's his name? What's our buddy there? There you go. We give you pizza all the time from Domino's Pizza. You got to make sure the lines are available. It's 416-785-0680. 416-785-0680. If you live in Edmonton, I want to hear from you. Bob should be on the phone any minute, and when we get Bob on the line, I want to talk to him once again a little bit more about the situation, because it's not going away. And I got to say, I'm pretty.
We got a few emails, did we not, from people from Edmonton?
We got a lot of people calling about and emailing about the situation. And once again, going back and forth. And here's the great thing: Bob wrote a letter to the mayor of Edmonton, Stephen Mendel. He wrote a letter. And only one person replied to the letter that he wrote with his concerns. Only one person. It wasn't even the mayor. It was a city councilor in the district where the zoo is.
Right.
This is Bob Barker here.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't anybody else. If he writes you a letter, you reply to him.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of a little
surprising.
It's kind of a joke. So we're just going to wait a little bit for...
Shall I read the City of Edmonton sent us.
Please.
I've got the City of Edmonton position. The mental and physical health of Lucy is the Valley Zoo's primary concern, and her care is governed by the best available scientific knowledge and expert advice. And they listed a bunch of these key points for us to take into account. The health and safety of the animals in its care is the zoo's highest priority. All our decisions about Lucy are made with her best interests in mind, based on the best available scientific knowledge and expert advice, and the intimate knowledge of our zoo staff of her condition. Valley Zoo staff work with Lucy every day and know her better than anyone. This means that they are the best positioned to decide what is best for her. And
I don't think that addresses anything. That's
just because they work with her every day doesn't necessarily. I know owners that have dogs and cats every day of their lives, and these animals are not taken care of at all. So I think just because they're there every day doesn't necessarily mean they're taking the best care of her. Yeah. The Valley Zoo is regularly inspected and accredited by the Canadian Association of Zoos and Aquariums to ensure we continue to meet the highest expected standards of care. What I would love to know is what are the standards of care? From what I've read, and we're going to be talking later on with the people from ZooCheck, and I want to know, we're going to talk about what are some of the regulations in Canada for wild animals, but it looks like they're not very well regulated here in Canada, and in Ontario specifically. Now, Lucy developed arthritis several years ago and continues to receive excellent care in managing the disease. Okay, I'd love to know how, but that's fine. Lucy also has this is the one that bugs me. As a veterinarian, I'm going to tell you, this one bugs me. Lucy also has a respiratory challenge that is believed to be caused by a malpositioned molar. So what they're saying is the molar is believed to be pressing on her sinus area, causing breathing challenges, which become extreme when she is stressed. First of all, why is she stressed? That's what I want to know.
Well,
why would she be stressed?
I think any animal can get stressed.
Okay. But the whole concept that Bob's trying to bring out here is in the wild, there's normal stressors. Probably not too much for elephants. They don't have too many predators other than us.
Yeah.
What would stress an elephant in the wild versus an elephant in captivity? So the way they said that might be extreme when she is stressed. The Valley Zoo is consulting with additional experts to determine how to best handle the issue. So, if she has a malpositioned molar and that's causing her sinus to have a problem, then my question is, why aren't they doing something about it? I mean, I know that they can, they cannot anesthetize this elephant. Have a veterinarian who knows how to anesthetize and perform surgery on elephants, take out the molar, and Bob's your uncle. Everything's fine. So
Bob is your uncle.
Wait, but hey,
is Bob Barker my uncle?
Yeah, he may be. Who never knows? You never know.
I've heard interesting things, and you know what? I'm going to tell Bob exactly what people have been writing. I've got emails here from people who have their opinions on this from Edmonton. A few people who don't like what he has to say, and a few people who do. You know what you should do to confirm the number? Why don't you call it from there to your cell phone? I'm sure you guys can afford caller ID. Don't we all? Can't we all afford caller ID? I can afford caller ID. And heck, all I do is work as a host of Animal House Radio. Once again, brought to you part by our good friends at Hills Science Diet. It's so good I can eat it. I should try that one day. Just eat my dog's food. Say, how you like that?
Now, for those of you who are listening, you can't see Aaron, but he has his Montreal Canadian hat on, and of course, he's always tuned in to the internet to his lovely sports channel, and the Canadians are beating the Flyers 3-2.
Woo!
Okay.
Thomas Buchanan, who's red hot. And by the way, Sports Night Radio this week is going to be insane. And on Sunday night, you got to check it out. It's a brand new sports show, only local sports show in Toronto on Sunday evenings. And on top of that, let me tell you one thing, the most interesting thing of all.
What?
This Sunday night,
yes,
it's the trade deadline show. So we're going to give away tons of stuff from Boston Pizza, from all these different places. It's going to be a really, really, really good show.
Okay.
Really, really, really good show. So we're actually, I believe Bob's coming on the phone any moment now. We're going to speak to him in a couple seconds. So if you're in Edmonton right now, you want to give us a call, 416-785-0680. We're only going to have time for maybe one or two people to call up to chit-chat with Bob about your opinion and his opinion.
But that's going to be our featured topic, right? Later on in the show, I want everybody to call and give us their opinions on, do they think zoos are a good thing to have, a bad thing to have? If you have opinions on both sides, I want to hear them.
Yeah, well, I've been to the Toronto Zoo a couple of times. You know what? Here's something shocking. If you go to Montreal, I went there one time with my girlfriend Deborah, and we went they have the Biodome is what it's called.
Okay.
So it's right beside the Olympic Stadium.
Right. And how long has that been around? Like,
it's been a while. Yeah, it's been around for a long time. And you go in there, and that's different from the zoo in Montreal. So you go in there, and they have all the like penguins and stuff like that. And the first thing, the big sign says, no flash photography.